Prepare yourselves, for what I'm about to share is not a comfortable truth. What if everything you believed about potential, about growth, was a carefully constructed lie? What if the very aspirations that drive you are, in fact, leading you into a deeper abyss of disillusionment? This is not a feel-good story. This is a stark unveiling of the ruthless dance between desire and reality. Today, we dissect the illusion of self-improvement, exposing the raw, often brutal truths buried within the pursuit of a better you. This journey is going to be intense, so buckle up. We're about to embark on an exploration of personal transformation, and it's not for the faint of heart. We're going to delve into the complex tapestry of human motivation, resilience, and the constant internal struggle that defines our existence. It's a path filled with unexpected turns, heart-wrenching revelations, and uncomfortable self-assessments. Before we go further, know this. This exploration has 7 key chapters, each designed to challenge your perceptions and push you beyond your comfort zone. Prepare to confront the hidden dynamics of desire, the illusion of control, and the daunting reality that success is rarely linear or predictable. But please stay with me until the end. I have some important conclusions waiting for you. Chapter 1: The Labyrinth of Desire. We begin with the intoxicating force that drives every human endeavor: desire. That burning itch within, the relentless pull towards something more, something greater. It's the fuel that ignites our passions, the compass that directs our actions. But what if that compass is flawed? What if the desires that consume us are not beacons of progress, but intricate traps that lead us deeper into a maze of self-deception? Take a moment and consider the intense drive that we feel in our own lives. This is a force we often assume is inherently good, yet what happens when it is fueled by the wrong things, by comparisons with others, or by an insatiable hunger for external validation? In this chapter, we dismantle this assumption, revealing how desires can enslave us, compelling us down a path that deviates from our true selves. We will see how the relentless pursuit of more, of better, can paradoxically create a void, and how recognizing the shadows of our desires is the first step toward authentic growth. It's about understanding that the itch, as one speaker in the video says, needs not always to be scratched, but sometimes needs to be understood. The video speaks of the interplay between jealousy and inspiration, and the ability to embrace contrasting emotions simultaneously. It talks about how human complexity is not just a set of singular feelings, but a dynamic and fluid series of experiences. It's like being on a roller coaster. There are ups and downs, there are moments of exhilarating highs and terrifying lows, all part of one complex ride. This chapter explores why we resist that complexity, how we try to simplify our emotional landscape, and the freedom we gain when we stop forcing a singular narrative upon ourselves. We are not just one thing, but many, and only by accepting this can we begin to navigate the inevitable challenges of growth. Understanding how your emotions react in both favorable and challenging situations will help you to better grasp your true personality. When we start understanding that we are not just one thing, we are free to ride the waves of experience and come out stronger. It's about accepting the pain and finding the opportunity within the experience and learning the lesson. We are always told to chase our dreams, to follow our passions, and it's a common motivational refrain. But what if that's only half the truth? What if the things we struggle with are just as integral to our journey as the things that come easily? In this chapter, we explore the concept of balance in life, the notion that every good thing comes at a cost, and every struggle holds a hidden opportunity. It is a constant battle and learning experience. Life is about the pain of being alive, and it is in this pain where opportunities arise. Everything good has a cost, such as having a great career while having no relationship with your kids. Each struggle holds a hidden opportunity. When we can accept this, we can learn to breathe through those struggles, experience it, and move on with healing. We delve deep into this idea, understanding that growth is not just about achieving the things you desire, but also learning to navigate the obstacles with resilience and fortitude. We explore the idea of misinterpreting failure as a sign to quit, instead of a sign that you should find another way to win. It's about making a shift in your mindset to achieve the desired outcomes. We start by exploring the initial struggles, the grind, and the worries. Chapter 2, The Myth of Control. Here we confront another deeply ingrained fallacy, that we can control our journey, that if we want something badly enough, we can bend fate to our will. The truth is far more sobering. The video shows that you'll be broken over and over, and that is part of life. It's a natural part of it. We explore the unpredictable nature of life, recognizing that it is not a bed of roses, but a series of events that we often cannot foresee or prevent. You must learn how to be more resilient to these things because it is just how life is. It is essential to understand that life is tough. How does one respond when we realize that so much is beyond our grasp? This section isn't about surrendering to despair, but about finding our power in acceptance, learning to ride the waves of chaos with grace and resolve. We are taught that with enough hard work and dedication, we can achieve any goal. But what if that is only a partial picture? What if there are unseen forces at play, random events and unexpected detours that can disrupt our plans? This chapter delves into the illusion of control, exploring how our attempts to dominate our paths can lead to frustration and disappointment. It is about discovering a more profound, flexible form of power, one that isn't about dictating the future, but adapting to it with strength. We often misinterpret failure as a sign that we are on the wrong path. But what if it is not a signal to quit, but a call to adapt and evolve? We are told to search for signs that we can win instead of looking for signs to quit. We often allow a fear of failure to overshadow our desire to succeed. This section takes a more nuanced approach to failure, recognizing it as a necessary teacher, a brutal but essential guide that illuminates our blind spots and exposes our weaknesses. We will see how real growth often emerges from embracing the uncomfortable lessons that failure presents. The video highlights how early on, many spend time trying to find ways to quit instead of find ways to win. But what if we could change that? What if we spent more time trying to get back up and win, instead of trying to find a way out? It is about making those small changes that shift our mindset and our lives. We explore how to develop the mindset that allows us to see failure not as a full stop, but as a comma, a pause before we continue on. It's a shift to an I can win mindset. We also explore the power of embracing the present moment. Often we get caught up in the future and the past, but there is power in being in the present and taking it one step at a time. The pursuit of a better self can often become a performance, a mask we wear in front of the world. But what if true growth requires us to strip away those masks and confront ourselves honestly, without pretense or artifice? This chapter examines the concept of self-awareness. We must understand that the hardest thing to do is come face to face with our own selves, realizing that there were patterns that kept us running and preventing us from true stillness. It's about stopping and just being still and truly figuring out what you want. It is in these moments of stillness where we can learn our true values and understand what we really want from this life. It explores the act of self-reflection, the courage to confront our shortcomings and the necessity of being honest with ourselves, even when it is uncomfortable. We discuss the power of self-perception, how we often fail to accurately assess our abilities, and why this self-deception can be the very thing that holds us back. Chapter 3, The Power of Vulnerability. We've discussed the illusion of control, but what about the myth of invincibility? The belief that we can somehow shield ourselves from life's inevitable hardships. Here we explore the power of vulnerability, the understanding that we are all works in progress, and it is through our brokenness that we connect to one another. The video notes that you will be broken over and over again, but it's important to not give up on ourselves. It is a truth that many try to run from, but it is the key to our own growth and the ability to connect with others on a deeper level. It's also a path to finding your purpose and destiny. The chapter challenges the notion that strength lies in stoicism, revealing how it is through moments of genuine vulnerability that we can find our true power. It is about embracing our fears, admitting our shortcomings, and accepting the support of others. The pressure to conform to a singular narrative of success can feel like an invisible chain, binding us to a path that may not even be our own. This chapter delves into the importance of being different, of embracing our unique individuality. and refusing to be confined by societal expectations. We are unique. We are special. We are all destined for greatness. The video highlights the importance of being honest and truthful. We are called to not be afraid to be different. The chapter also explores the concept of greatness, realizing that it is not about fitting in, but about standing out, about living a life that is authentic to one's core values. It's about removing the pressure to conform and embrace our uniqueness. It also explores the unique gifts that we each have and how important they are in the process of chasing our desires. How do you respond when things don't go your way? When the universe seems determined to thwart your efforts? We are taught that everything is not going to go perfectly, and in fact, we are guaranteed that we will mess up sometimes. This chapter examines the importance of resilience, the ability to get back up after every fall, to keep moving forward despite the setbacks, and not to focus on the mistakes, but to move on and make a difference. The speakers in the video touch on this, stating, "I'm hurting, but I got to keep moving, it's okay." The goal is to recognize that these challenges are not roadblocks, but stepping stones to a greater understanding of ourselves and our purpose. It's about the understanding that we must keep going forward because giving up will not get the job done. The chapter explores the idea of what we're leaving behind when we're gone, our legacy, and how that defines a lot of what we do now. It is about understanding what we're here to leave behind and not just living life. Chapter 4, The Alchemy of Action. Words and intentions are powerful, but it's action that transforms the intangible into the tangible. This chapter explores the concept of doing, of not waiting for the perfect moment, but of taking that first step. It highlights the importance of making the necessary sacrifices. We explore the need to stop waiting and start doing. This section explores the often overlooked power of action, challenging the idea that the perfect moment will eventually come. We're shown that there is no right time to start. We're challenged to stop waiting and start doing, to be brave enough to take the leap into the unknown with confidence, even when the path ahead is unclear. How do you identify your true passions, the itch that makes you come alive? We have all been there, in a place where we felt like we were just going through the motions. This chapter explores how desire is a form of divine guidance, a subtle whisper that tells you that something is meant for you. It's not about wanting something. It's about a deep intrinsic desire and how to use it to propel ourselves forward. The video talks about a true desire in the heart and how that's a proof that's sent to you to indicate that it's yours. We explore the ways that desire manifests itself and how it can propel us forward if properly utilized. The video talks about how fear can often override our desires, how the need to succeed is often blocked by our fear of failing. This chapter explores that internal conflict, challenging the notion that safety is always the best option. It's about pushing forward and blocking out all of the negativity around us. It's about recognizing when fear is holding you back and making the conscious decision to move forward regardless. It is about facing these fears head on. It is about understanding that growth often resides on the other side of fear and taking control of our destinies. The goal is to ask ourselves about our belief systems, our talents and skills, and our gifting. Chapter 5, The Symphony of Self. The pursuit of success can often feel like a lonely journey, but what if true growth requires us to embrace our collective humanity? This chapter explores the concept of connection, of how we are all interconnected and part of a larger whole. It's about putting yourself in the situation that you feel you are able to thrive in. We explore the importance of community, the power of collaboration, and the need to move past the idea that growth is a solitary pursuit. We explore how the support of others can amplify our own potential, and how by helping others, we in turn help ourselves. We learn the value of collective achievement, and that growth can be accelerated when we surround ourselves with a supportive community. It is about using what we have to offer to support others, and by doing so, creating an atmosphere of success. The video states that you are against you. It is a powerful concept that reveals how often we are our own worst enemy. This chapter explores the power of self-competition, understanding that we must consistently push our own boundaries to reach new heights. The video touches on the idea that the opportunity for our success comes every day when we wake up, and that we have a chance every day to make our dreams a reality. It challenges us to stop competing with others and start competing with ourselves. It also highlights the importance of being fired up and hungry for success and the opportunity each day brings. What is the role of money in the pursuit of a meaningful life? This chapter explores the concept of purpose beyond profit, recognizing that true fulfillment is not about wealth alone, but about finding something you are passionate about, something that makes you come alive. The video states that if you only chase the money, you will end up living a life that you hate and end up doing things you don't like. It's about understanding the difference between wealth and abundance and understanding that the two aren't necessarily the same thing. This chapter also delves into the importance of having balance in our lives, realizing that money alone will not be enough to live a fulfilling life. It explores the unique talents we have that can be used to not only support us, but the world around us, and recognizing that we need to not only be wealthy, but abundant. It asks us to examine our intentions, motivations, and the impact we wish to have on the world. Chapter 6, The Seasons of Self. We've explored the importance of action, but how does that action become sustainable? This chapter examines the concept of consistency, understanding that growth is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. It's about the understanding that there is a specific mindset that needs to be adopted to achieve this consistency. It is about recognizing that some things will have long-term results that won't always be measurable. It's about having the mindset that with consistency, it will work 100% of the time. This is the mindset of long-term commitment. We see that in our fitness and in our lives. This chapter explores the need to develop an infant mindset, letting go of long-term timelines, knowing that every day we are working toward our goals even if we don't see it. How can visualization be utilized in our pursuit of success? This chapter delves into the power of the mind, understanding that visualization is not just about seeing the end goal, but feeling it. It states that we must feel it right here, in the present moment, that you are already in your dream home or relationship. It is the feeling that ignites the desire to achieve those goals. It explores the idea that it is the emotion of what we visualize that fuels us and helps us achieve those goals. The chapter takes us deeper into the emotional connection we need to have with our goals to truly achieve them. We must first become the person that has achieved them in the present, and we must make it a feeling. It is a key step in manifestation. Our identity is a constant work in progress, not something fixed or unchangeable. This chapter explores the concept of self-transformation, recognizing that it is only by embracing change that we can truly evolve into the best version of ourselves. It's about not getting in life what we want, but getting in life what we are. We discuss how we often give our powers away to others, which prevents us from achieving our full potential. We must listen to the voice that is genuine in ourselves and understand that that's the voice we should be listening to. We explore the power of self-authority, of not letting anyone pull our strings, and accepting that we were created on purpose with a purpose. This chapter explores the need to manifest that purpose. Chapter 7, The Unfolding Reality. We've discussed the complexities of personal growth, but what about the final unexpected truth? The one that shatters the illusion of a perfect ending. In this chapter, we explore the idea of overflow, the ability to not only fill our own cup, but to let it overflow to others. We explore the idea of abundance over wealth and the difference between the two. It highlights how abundance is a 360 experience, encompassing our relationships, health and wellness, spirituality, and finances. Wealth is singularly focused on money and possessions. Abundance is all-encompassing and includes the ability to give to others. It is through this understanding that we realize true success is found not just in what we achieve for ourselves, but what we give to others. The video discusses the ability to put something in your mind where nobody else has an impact, and how that idea helps you to move forward. This chapter explores the power of unwavering faith in yourself and your vision. It is an act of taking control of your own mind and doing what is necessary to achieve your goals. We are reminded to make this dash that we have, to make it rock. It is about being unapologetic, taking no prisoners and playing full out. We should run hard and fast even at the risk of hitting a wall. We must take charge of our own destiny. This chapter shows us that greatness is about being used to our highest level of possibility, even when it's uncomfortable or unpopular. We've examined the illusion of control, but what is the truth about the dance of chaos and order? This chapter reveals how leaders anticipate and losers react. The goal is to anticipate what's coming to take advantage and not waiting till it hits you. The chapter brings to our attention that problems are the fuel for growth. It calls for us to not have a lack of confidence, but to have a lack of mission. This chapter highlights the fact that often we get lost in the idea of luck and not seeing the work that has been put into a specific endeavor. We will see how much work goes in, behind the scenes, and how important consistency and discipline is to the process. The chapter then explores the shift in our identity, not just in our bodies but our energy. It then goes further into our emotions and how they are the basis of our actions. It is about feeding the brain with the tools and the skills that will propel us forward. We are reminded that 68% of the Fortune 1000 were started in a recession or depression, showing that there are seasons to our lives. There are times to be uncomfortable, but in that discomfort is where true growth occurs, the unexpected ending. Here's the final twist. All of these concepts, all of these insights are just signposts, not the destination. Your journey, your growth, is utterly unique, unpredictable, and perhaps endless. It's a dance with uncertainty, not a march toward a fixed point. We have explored several key steps that will help us achieve our goals, but the truth is that it is a constant learning experience that is never fully complete. The journey is the destination, and that our purpose is constantly shifting. The real meaning is found in the never-ending process and the acceptance of the uncertainty that lies ahead. There is no such thing as a perfect life, and there is no such thing as perfection, but it is in the striving that the joy is found. Don't let the fear keep you from achieving your goals. Conclusion. Now, as we reach the end, I hope you found these insights helpful. I understand that the journey we've embarked on today is not a comfortable one, but it's a necessary one. We must strive to be the best versions of ourselves, while understanding that it's not always going to be easy. Remember, you are not alone in this journey, and the best part is, it is far from over. Please do not forget to subscribe and like the video if you got value from it.